Hey friends, I'm Jade. Today we're doing a yoga flow that is all about surya namaskars. So we're going to do A and B. A is sort of an introduction to this flow, this series, and then we go into B that is a little bit more intense. I wouldn't say really hard, but it can be challenging, especially after completing A. Okay, so I'm doing a little bit different than typical. You'll see different variations online, the proper one, and I add a little bit more, so it's a little bit more challenging. So make sure you have a sturdy, soft mat to work out on, a glass of water, and try to really make sure that you're breathing through this flow. It's really, really important to breathe as I guide you through this flow, okay? It's going to help you to really ease into these poses and also the transitions, all right? So grab your goodies and I'll meet you on your mat. All right, friends, let's go ahead and meet at the top of our mat in our Hastasana pose. Let's come to a tall standing pose, feet hip distance apart. Just starting here, pressing into the mat evenly through the feet, lifting up through the spine, making sure the knees and the toes are facing forward. Take a deep breath in. We're gonna reach out away from the body and then up towards the sky. Bring your hands together and then bend your elbows and draw your hands through heart center. All right, let's go ahead and bring the hands up to the sky, slightly arching back. Fly the arms out to the side as we begin to hinge forward from our hips, coming all the way down into our forward fold, our Uttanasana pose, bending the knees, allowing the upper body to soften onto the top of the thighs. Let's breathe in, reaching through the crown of the head, lifting up halfway, nice straight spine, and then exhale to fold all the way down to your Uttanasana forward fold. This time, plant your hands into the mat. We're gonna step back with our left leg. Have your front knee right over top of that front heel, lower the back knee down, press into the fingertips, reaching the heart forward, draw the shoulders down, and then press into the hands. Exhale, lift the back knee and press the right foot straight back into your plank pose. Taking a breath here, really firming the front thighs away from the floor, squeezing your core up and in towards your spine, firming your side hips in. Stay grounded through the hands, the toes. Lower the knees and begin to lower the body all the way down. Elbows point back, rolling all the way down. Release the forehead and the toes. The top of the feet are on the floor. Press into the palms as we inhale to lift the heart up off the floor into our low baby cobra. Exhale, release back down, release the forehead. Breathe in. Peel the heart up off the floor, elbows point back, shoulders pull back away from the face. Exhale, release back down. Last time. Deep breath in, peel the heart up off the floor, press the pelvis into the floor. This time we're gonna press into the hands, maybe begin to lift up a little bit further into your high cobra. Maybe you can extend the elbows completely into your seal pose. Let's press into the top of the feet, lift the hips up, press into the hands, lifting all the way up into your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, let everything go. Press into the palms. Make sure the elbows are aiming down towards the floor, reaching through the arms, lifting the tailbone up towards the sky. You can have your knees bent here. We're gonna bend the right knee in towards the chest, shift all the way forward, and then step the right foot to the inside of your right hand. Lower that back knee down, press into the fingertips, reach the heart forward again. Exhale, lift that back knee up, and this time we're gonna step the left foot all the way forward with your right foot into your forward fold, Uttanasana. Lift halfway up, Ardha. And then exhale, fold all the way down.
Press into the feet, bend the knees slightly. We're going to roll all the way up, ragdoll. Reach your arms out to the side as we bring the head up. Bring your hands together, slight arch back. Bend the elbows and draw your hands through heart center. Samastiti. Hands right at your heart. Let's breathe and reach your arms up again, slightly arching back, lifting the heart up towards the sky. Fly the arms all the way out to the side. Begin to hinge forward as we release the upper body down to the floor. Bring your hands down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Lifting halfway up, Ardha. You can bring your hands all the way to the shins. Make sure that your spine is straight. And then we exhale to fold all the way down. Press the hands into the mat. We're going to lift the right leg this time and step all the way back, landing that left knee over top of the left heel. Lower the back knee down. Bring yourself up to your fingertips and then draw your heart forward as you pull your shoulders back. Deep breath here in your low lunge, your runner's lunge. And then as we exhale, we're going to lift that back knee up, press into the hands and step straight back with the left foot into your plank pose. Breathe. Find your alignment, lower your knees, and then lower your hips down. Elbows are going to begin to bend as we release the chest. Hands are right at your chest here on the sides. As we breathe in, we press into the palms, lift the heart up off the floor. So elongating through the spine, drawing your tailbone down, elbows point back, and then exhale to release the forehead down. Let's do that again. Pressing into the hands, draw the shoulders back, peel the heart forward, baby cobra. And then exhale, release all the way down. Last time. Breathe in, maybe you can lift up to a high cobra this time. Pressing the tops of the feet into the floor, elbows pointing back but not squeezing in. And then maybe extending this time into your seal pose. Press into the top of the feet, into the hands. We're going to lift the hips all the way back, slight arch of the back into our downward facing dog or Adho Mukha Svanasana. All right, this time we're going to bend the left knee, bring it into the chest as we shift forward, and then step the left foot to the inside of your left hand. Release the right knee down, fingertips to pull the heart forward, low runner's lunge, stretching out the legs here. And then as we exhale, we're going to lift the back knee and press into the front foot to bring the right foot forward into your forward fold, Uttanasana. Lift halfway up, Ardha, reaching through the spine, through the crown of the head. Finding space in your spine, and then exhale to fold all the way down. Press into the feet, bend the knees, roll all the way up, ragdoll very slow as we reach the arms back behind us, and then out to the side and up. Lifting the heart up, draw your hands together at the very top here, slight arch back, and then bring your hands through heart center, Samastiti. Breathe out. So pressing into your center here, pressing the hands together, finding your balance through your feet, finding space through your spine. Let's reach the arms up as we breathe in, reaching back slightly, and then reach the arms out to the side as we hinge all the way back down. We're going to repeat this. Forward fold. Releasing fingertips to the floor. Lift up as you breathe in, Ardha Uttanasana, your half lift. And then exhale, folding all the way down. Press the hands into the mat. Let's step back with the right foot this time, all the way back into your low lunge. Press into the front foot. This time we're going to lift the arms up to the sky, to our low lunge. Draw your left hip slightly back and push your right hip forward to square your hips to the front of the mat. Knee and front foot facing forward. Reaching up through the fingertips. Fly the arms out to the side as you exhale, hinging forward. Bring your hands to the mat, lifting the back knee up, and then step straight back into your plank pose. Let's shift forward. You can lower your knees down, or you can keep them lifted, lowering into your cobra pose. So we're gonna lower the body all the way down. Elbows point back. This time we're going to press into the hands and just roll all the way up into your seal, or high cobra.
So see if you can extend your elbows maybe all the way or almost all the way. Peeling your heart forward. Draw your shoulders down, away from your ears. And then press into the feet. We're gonna lift the body up. Press into the hands, lift the hips all the way up towards the skies. Release the shoulders down towards the floor into your downward facing dog. Full breath in. Exhale, let everything go. Stretching out the back body, the arms, the shoulders. Lift your left knee into your chest as you shift forward, and then release that left foot to the inside of your left hand. Bring your right knee all the way down to the mat and curling the toes, lifting up into your low lunge again. Remembering to square the hips to the front of the mat, sinking the hips down a little bit further this time and reach through the fingertips, finding space through your spine. As we exhale, we're going to fly the arms away from the body and then bring the hands to the mat, lifting the back knee up. Press into the front foot and step the right foot forward into your forward Uttanasana pose. Lift up to breathe in, halfway lift. And then exhale to forward fold. Pressing into the feet, bending the knees forward, rounding through the spine until we stand all the way up. Reach the arms out to the side, breathing in fully. Draw your hands together at the very top, Hastasana. Bend through the elbows. Draw your hands through heart center, Samastiti. You reach the arms up to the sky. Slight arch in the upper spine. And then exhale as we hinge forward, flying the arms out to the side like a bird. All the way down into our forward fold. Exhale all the way out. As we breathe in, we lift halfway up into our Ardha Uttanasana, pressing through the feet, spinning the inner thighs back here to tilt your hip bones forward to allow for a deeper pose. Exhale to fold all the way down. Bring your hands to the mat. This time we're going to step back with our left foot all the way back. Lower the left knee to the floor. Make sure that front knee is over the heel. And then reach the arms up to the sky into your low lunge. Squeezing your back left glute to really push that left hip forward. Drawing that right hip back. Squaring the hips to the front of the mat. Reaching through the fingertips. As we exhale, we draw the hands to the side and down to the mat. Lift the back knee up and then step that right foot straight back into your plank pose. Shift forward. See if this time you can go without your knees. We're going to lower all the way down very slow. Elbows point back. Watch the shoulders, don't drop. So keep the shoulders lifted. Keep your core strong. Coming all the way down to the mat. Press into the palms. Lift all the way up into your seal pose if you can. So extending through the elbows. Thighs are still on the floor. Shoulders right over top of your hands. And press into the top of the feet. Lift the hips up as you press the shoulders down towards the floor into your downward facing dog. Finding space through your arms, through your upper body. Drawing your shoulders away from your ears. All right, let's bring the right knee into the chest, shift forward, and then step the right foot to the inside of the right hand. Lower the back knee down. Press into the right foot, lift the body up. Low lunge, sink the hips towards the floor. And then exhale, fly the arms out to the side, bring them down to the mat. Lift the back knee up, press into that front foot and step the left foot forward into your forward Uttanasana pose. As we breathe in, we lift forward halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. And as we exhale, we fold all the way back down. As we begin to breathe in, we press into the feet, bend the knees around the spine very slowly. Ragdoll, reach the arms out to the side. Breathe in, reaching to the sky now. Draw your hands together and then bring your hands through your heart center as you press into your palms, into your midline. Samastiti. Reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold all the way down, fly the arms out, and then bring them to the floor, forward fold. Lift halfway up as you breathe in, reaching through the crown of your head, and then
exhale as we fold. Plant the hands on the ground. This time let's step back with the right foot, straight back into our high lunge this time. So high lunge, keep the back knee lifted. Breathe in here. You can come up to your fingertips, draw the shoulders back. And then press into the hands, step the left foot straight back. Shift forward this time. See if you can go without your knees. Elbows point back as we lower down. Exhale, nice strong core. Lift the shoulders up into our chaturanga. Flip over the toes. Press into the hands. You can release the thighs to the floor for seal, or come for your Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, your upward facing dog. So drawing the tailbone down towards the heels, firming the side hips in. Nice strong glutes here, extending through the arms, shoulders back, pulling the heart forward. Press into the hands, lift the thighs up, press into the top of the feet, hips come up, lower the chest towards the floor, downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring the right knee into the chest, shift forward, and then release the right foot down to the mat. Inside of the right hand, we're going to come up to our fingertips and our lunge, our runner's lunge. So really firing that left thigh away from the floor, okay? Keep a nice straight line if you can. Just staying here and breathing for a moment. Right knee and toes facing forward. And then let's release the hands to the floor. Press into that front foot and bring that left foot to step forward into your forward fold. Lift halfway up as you deeply breathe into your heart, breathe into your lungs, and then exhale everything out, forward fold. Press into the feet, ragdoll up, so bending the knees slowly, massaging the spine, reach the arms out to the side and then up to the sky. Bring your hands together and then draw your hands through heart center. Feel that energy really building up within your body. Reach your arms up to the sky, a slight little extension here in your upper back. And then exhale, flying the arms out to the side. We're gonna hinge all the way forward into our forward fold, releasing the hands down, lifting up when you're ready to your half lift. And then we exhale, folding all the way down. Press the hands into the mat. This time step back with your right foot all the way back into your high lunge, coming up to your fingertips possibly. So squaring your hips, left hip back, right hip forward, and then firming that right thigh away from the floor. Breathe in, nice straight line from the crown of your head all the way down through your hip. Bring your hands all the way down, and then we're gonna step that left foot straight back into our plank pose. Let's shift forward. Elbows point back as we lower into our chaturanga. Keep the shoulders lifted, the hardest part. Flipping over the toes, let's press into the hands. Pull the heart all the way through as we deeply breathe in into our upward facing dog. So firming the inner thighs in towards each other, pressing evenly into the hands, drawing the shoulders down away from your ears and back. All right, let's press into the hands. Lift the hips all the way up, slight arch of the back. Release the shoulders down towards the mat into our downward facing dog. And you can keep your knees bent here if you feel a lot of tension in your hamstrings, okay? Deep breath in. Let's bend the left knee in, shifting forward, really lifting that knee high so we have space to step the left foot to the inside of the hand. Deep breath. Coming up to your fingertips. And then press into that front left foot, and we're gonna bring the right foot to meet the left foot into our forward Uttanasana pose. Breathing everything out. Draw it back in as we lift halfway up. And then exhale, let it go. Pressing into the feet, bending the knees, lifting all the way up. Reach the arms up to the sky. Hastasana. And then draw your hands together, bend the elbows, and draw your hands
through heart center. So staying here for just a moment, catching your breath, making sure that you're breathing through all these poses. I know the breath is a lot of guidance and it can be confusing sometimes, but it's really important to make sure that the breath is moving through you properly through these poses. So breathing in to find space and breathing out to go into something where we want to hold it. So using our core to go a little bit deeper in the pose. All right, this time we're gonna bend the knees. We're gonna sink the hips back. And then we're gonna reach the arms out to the side and then up towards the sky into our Utkatasana chair pose. So don't worry about going so low. Most important is that our knees are touching, our toes are very close so you can heel toe the feet together. The arms are either reaching forward or reaching slightly up. You want to keep your core nice and strong here. Tailbone is pulling down towards the floor. We're using a lot of quad, the front thigh muscles to stay here. And we want to make sure that the knees are not passing the toes. So keep them right behind the toes. Maybe you can sink a little bit lower, maybe not. Deep breath here. Let's inhale to stand all the way up. Draw your hands together, slightly arching back. And then we're gonna fly the arms out to the side, all the way into our forward fold. Lifting halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. We're gonna go a little bit faster now in our Surya Namaskar B. Plant the hands into the mat, step back with your left foot. High lunge. Come up to your fingertips, squaring out your hips to the top of the mat. Deep breath here. And then press into the hands. Press the right foot straight back into your plank pose. Shifting forward onto your tippy toes, elbows point back as we lower halfway down. Use your core strength, lift the shoulders up, flipping over the toes, lifting the heart as we breathe in into our upward facing dog. Firming the inner thighs together, finding space in the spine, strength in the arms, and space in the heart. Press into the hands, into the top of the feet, slightly arching the back, lifting the hips up as we lower the shoulders towards the floor, downward facing dog. We're gonna reach the right leg all the way up to the sky. So keeping the shoulders level to the floor. Deep breath here. And then shift forward, bend the knee, and step the right foot to the inside of the right hand. Let's go ahead and slightly pivot that left heel back. So the front heel is in line with your back heel. Make sure that front knee and toes facing forward. We're gonna lift up into our Vira 1 pose. So this pose is a little bit tricky. You wanna make sure you're able to seal the outer edge of the back foot into the mat. If not, go ahead and walk that foot a little bit more forward, okay? Hips are not completely level to the front of the mat because it's a little wonky in the lower body, but shoulders are. So reaching through the fingertips, deep breath in, we're bending that front knee, squeezing that back glute. And then as we exhale, we're just going to hinge forward. So pulling that right hip back, fly the arms all the way down to the mat, lift the back heel, press into the hands, lowering them down to the floor, and then step the right foot straight back. Shift forward, chaturanga. As we exhale, flipping over the toes, pressing into the hands, extending the elbows, upward facing dog. Breathe in. Exhale, press into the hands, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Let's lift the left leg up this time. Reach that left leg up to the sky. Coming up to the tippy toes and my right toes, keeping the shoulders level to the floor. I'm going to shift forward, bend the knee into the chest, and then step that left foot to the inside of your left hand. Pivot that right heel down. Go ahead and walk it in if you need to. And then press into the front foot, lift the arms up to the sky. So make sure you're sealing the outer edge of the back foot to the floor. You're pulling that left hip underneath, so it's in line with your knee. Deep breath here. Sink the hips a little lower. And as we exhale, we're going to hinge forward, pulling the left hip back. Release the hands all the way down. Bring the back heel up. Press the left foot straight back. Shift forward, lower down halfway, chaturanga. Flip over the toes. Lift the heart up as we breathe in. And then lift the hips, downward facing dog as we breathe out. Let's lift the right leg all the way up to the sky. Bring the knee into the chest. Step the foot forward. And then press into that right foot and step the left foot forward into your forward fold. Lift halfway up as you breathe in. Exhale, breathe out, fold down. Press into the feet, bend the knees. Bring the arms forward into our Utkatasana. So hips sink back, check your alignment. Soften the ribs into the body, core is strong. Staying here, firing up those front quads, and then standing straight up. As we exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Breathe and reach your arms up to the sky, slight arch in the back, and then exhale, fold all the way down, forward fold. Uttanasana, lift halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana, deep breath into the lungs. Fill them up, and then exhale, forward fold. Press into the hands. Let's step back with the right foot this time into our runner's lunge. Left foot forward. Check your alignment with your hips. You can be up on your fingertips here. And then as we exhale, we're going to press the palms into the floor. Press that left foot straight back. Shift forward, elbows point back. Keep the shoulders lifted, lowering halfway, chaturanga. Flip over the toes to extend the arms, breathing in, upward facing dog. Make sure the heels are not falling out to the side. So squeezing the inner thighs together. And then as we exhale, we lift the hips, downward facing dog. And breathe in and breathe out. All right, this time let's lift the left leg up, reach it up to the sky. And then bring the knee into the chest, shift forward, and step the left foot to the inside of your left hand. Pivot that right heel down. We're doing the same thing, we're just switching the direction. So we're starting with the left side. Lifting up into your Virabhadrasana, one pose, your warrior one. So checking your shoulders, make sure they're lined up to the front, sealing the back edge of the leg, the foot to the floor, leg is extending back. Okay, feeling a lot of strength in that back leg. As we exhale, we fly the arms out to the side, hinge forward, pull the left hip back, release the hands to the mat, lift the back heel, step back into your plank, shift forward, chaturanga, pull the heart through, deep breath in, upward facing dog, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Right into the right side, lift the right leg up to the sky, find length here, reaching through the toes, pressing through the hands, bend the knees, shift forward, step the right foot to the inside of your right hand. Pivot that back heel down, you can bring it in, walk it in a little bit, and then pressing into that front foot, lift the body up. Make sure that front knee is stacked over the heel, sealing the outer back edge of the foot into the floor. Virabhadrasana 1. And then as we exhale, we hinge forward, pull that right hip back, release the hands all the way down, lift the back heel up, and step the right foot back. Let's shift forward as we exhale, lowering down, chaturanga, flip over the toes, lifting up, deep breath in, upward facing dog. Press into the hands, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Deep breath, let it go. Let's take a few breaths here. All right, you guys, so let's lift the left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, step that foot to the inside of your left hand. High runner's lunge. And then press into that front foot and bring the right foot forward, stepping into your forward Uttanasana pose. Let everything go, let the upper body hang. Just breathe here for a moment. Maybe grabbing onto opposite elbows and just let the body hang down.
So remember to keep the knees bent if you're not able to keep the chest and the torso against your thighs. No rounding in the back. And then release the hands. Let's lift up halfway on your next inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Press into the feet, bend the knees, sink the hips back, reach the arms forward and maybe up into your chair pose. Utkatasana, fire chair pose. Maybe sinking a little bit lower. Maybe a little bit lower. Deep breath. And then let's inhale, stand all the way up. Reach your arms back, slightly arching through the upper body, lifting the heart up. Draw your hands through heart center, samastiti. Okay, you guys, step back a little bit. Okay, one more round of this. I'm gonna add a little bit here. So let's reach the arms up to the sky, deep breath in, fly the arms out to the side, hinge forward, forward fold, Uttanasana. Lift halfway up, Ardha. Exhale, Uttanasana. Press the hands into the mat. Step back with your left foot. Press into the front foot. We're going to lift the body up into our high lunge. All right, our crescent pose. Deep breath. So squaring the hips, pull the right hip back. Left hip is pushing forward. Really energizing that left thigh away from the floor. And then fly the arms out to the side. Press the right hip back as we lower all the way down into that low lunge, okay? Press into the hands, step the right foot straight back. Shifting forward, lowering your chaturanga as we exhale, and then we inhale to lift the heart up, Urdhva Mukha. Press into the hands, lift the hips all the way up. Downward facing dog. Reach the right leg up to the sky, reach a little bit higher this time. So lifting, 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 squeezing that right glute. And then bend the right knee, shift it forward, step the right foot to the inside of your right hand. Let's pivot that back heel down into our warrior one again. Reach the arms up to the sky. Deep breath. Keep your breath moving through you. And then we're going to pivot the heel even more. So our foot is completely parallel to the mat, the back of the mat, slightly turning in. And then open the arms front and back into our warrior two pose. So keep that right knee and toes facing forward. Deep breath in here. Reaching the front right hand forward, the back left hand backwards. And then turn and gaze over the middle finger of your front hand. Sink the hips a little bit lower. So energizing that back leg, back away from the front leg. So you're really strong in your legs here. Let's extend the front knee. We're gonna shift all the way forward and then release that right hand all the way down to the mat. Bring your left hand up and open your body up to the left side. Deep breath here. Coming into our triangle pose. So my bottom hand is not just resting on the mat, okay? I'm actually pressing the back of the hand into my ankle and keeping a soft bend with the front knee. I'm pressing the big front toe into the mat and reaching those left fingertips up to the sky. Shoulders are completely square to the left side of the mat. I'm going to breathe, bend that front knee, and then lift all the way back up into my Vira 2. Deep breath in. Exhale, release the back hand down. I'm going to flip the front hand, coming into my reverse warrior. So lifting up through those left ribs, reaching through the right hand. And then exhale. I'm going to swing all the way down and release my right elbow onto my front thigh. Reach my left arm up overhead, and then I'm going to reach it along my ear, coming into my side angle. So what I'm doing here is I'm pressing my hips down towards the floor. I'm pulling that right hip back though, and I'm reaching through the left side. I'm turning that left shoulder open so it's lifting up to the sky. And then press into the knee to really draw that shoulder away from your ear. One more breath here. And then exhale, press into the front heel. We're gonna lift back into our warrior. Let's cartwheel the hands all the way down to the mat. Lift the back heel up, press into the hands. Step the right foot straight back. Shifting forward as we exhale, lowering into chaturanga. Keep the shoulders lifted and the core lifted. Flip over the toes, press into the palms. Lift the heart up, upward facing dog. Taking a nice full breath into the lungs, press into the top of the feet, lift the hips up, press into the hands, downward facing dog. To lift the right leg all the way up again. Bring the knee into the chest, step forward to the inside of the right hand, and this time we're just gonna press into the front and step the left foot forward into our forward fold. So lift halfway up, deeply breathe in. Find space, exhale, fold all the way down. Bend the knees, sink the hips back, reach the arms forward into our chair pose, our Utkatasana pose. Watch the knees, don't pass the toes. And then inhale, stand all the way up, reach your arms back. Draw your hands through heart center. As you exhale, catch your breath. Reach all the way up, slightly arch. Exhale, fold all the way down, flying into your down fold. Uttanasana. Lift halfway up as you breathe in, find space through your spine. Exhale, fold all the way down. Release your hands to the mat. This time we're going to step back with the right leg. So we're in our runner's lunge. Keep that right heel lifted. Press into the front heel. Lift all the way up into your crescent pose. Anjaneyasana. So pull the left hip back, right hip pulls forward, but I'm energizing that right thigh away from the left leg. Exhale, fly the arms out to the side, hinge forward. Press the hands into the mat and step the left foot straight back. Shifting forward as we exhale into your chaturanga. Keep the shoulders lifted, flip over the toes, press into the hands. Inhale deeply, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift the hips all the way back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let's lift the left leg up this time. See if you can lift it really high. Higher than you have before. And then we're going to bring the knee into the chest. Step the left foot to the inside of the left hand. Pivot that back right heel down. And then lift all the way up into your warrior one pose. Sink the hips down. Remember to seal that back outer edge of the back foot into the mat. Square the shoulders. And then pivot the heel in a little closer. And then we're gonna open the body to the right side in our warrior two pose. Take a breath. Make sure that front knee and toes facing forward. Reach through the fingertips. Drop the shoulders down. Keep that left hip right in line with the knee. Let's extend that front knee, slight bend in the knee, press through that big toe, hinge forward, release the left fingertips to the mat, reach the right palm up to the sky, opening up to the right side this time. Our triangle pose. Deep breath. So I'm really pulling that left hip back. Right hand is reaching up. I'm barely using my left fingertips in the mat right now. I'm pressing the back of the hand into my calf right now. Deep breath. And then rebend into the knee, coming right back to your warrior two pose. Reach the arms away from the body. Just breathing here for a moment. I'm gonna reach my right hand to the back of the leg, flip the front palm, and then reach up and slightly arch backwards, reaching the left hand to the back of the mat in my reverse warrior. Finding space through the spine, so I'm lifting the right ribs away from the body still, even though I'm arching that way. Exhale, coming right back into your warrior two, and I'm gonna release my left elbow on top of my left thigh. Reach the right arm up to the sky, and then see if I can reach it towards the front of the mat. Sink the hips down. See if you can create that nice straight line from fingertips all the way to that right heel. See if you can sink the hips even further. So I'm keeping that left hip pulling in towards my body and pulling back. And I'm pressing into my left elbow to draw the shoulder away from my head and down my back. Reaching through the right side body, opening that shoulder up towards the sky. Staying here, breathing for a moment. On your next exhale, press into the front heel, lifting up into your warrior two again. Let's cartwheel the arms. So lower the left arm, bring the right arm all the way down. Lift the back heel, step right back into your plank. Shift forward, chaturanga, nice and slow, halfway down. Flip over the toes, lift up as we breathe in, Urdhva Mukha, bird facing dog. Press into the hands, lift all the way up, downward facing dog. All right, you guys, take a breath here. Just stretch your back body out. Let's take one more deep breath in and exhale. Let's go ahead and lower the knees to the floor. Let's bring the big toes to touch. Open the knees out to the side and release the body into your Balasana pose. So we're releasing our upper body towards the floor. Forehead is touching the mat. Hips are down towards your heels. Just recentering, noticing all that energy, all that fire moving through your body. All right, let's go ahead and come all the way up to our tabletop pose. Let's bring the right leg to extend all the way back, and then we're going to bend the knee and bring it right behind the left knee. Bring the feet out to the side, press into the hands, and walk the hands back until we're able to release both sitting bones all the way to the floor. Let's bring that left knee all the way out. Bottom of the foot is on the floor, hi Aloe, and my right heel is out to the side. So my left knee is pointing up. I'm going to reach my arms up, take a deep breath in. Twist towards my left side and release my right elbow to the top of my left thigh. Bending my elbow, my palm is facing up. Left fingertips right behind me. I'm twisting open towards my left side. Lord of Fish pose. Nice twist for the spine, release of the legs. Just allowing everything to be heavy here. On your next breath in, let's reach the arms all the way up to the sky. And then exhale, release the palms all the way down. We're gonna walk the hands back into our tabletop, releasing knees to the floor. And let's switch it out. So left leg reaching straight behind you. Bend the knee and bring it behind the right knee. Open the feet out to the side and then walk the hands all the way back until you're able to release your glutes, both glutes evenly onto the floor. Let's bring the right knee up. Bottom of the foot on the floor. Deep breath in here. Make sure you're able to sit up nice and tall. Reach the arms up to the sky. Breathe in. And then we're going to twist towards our right side. Bend that left elbow to hook to the top of my right thigh. Palm nice and open here. And release my right fingertips right behind me to keep my spine nice and neutral in this twisting pose. So I'm pulling my right hip down towards the floor.
Just breathing here. Remember to inhale to find space through the spine. Make sure your neck spine is in line with your entire back. And then as we exhale, we see if we can go a little bit further. So maybe twisting a little bit more into this pose. Try not to use the arms so much to twist, but more your core. On your next deep breath in, we're going to reach the arms all the way up to the sky, coming back to neutral. Let's bring the hands just down to the mat, and then we're going to meet in an easy Sukhasana pose. And elbows in my waist. I'm going to just be off to the side here. So crossing your legs in front of you. Make sure you're able to sit nice and tall. Just close our practice out. So we're reaching the arms out to the side, up to the sky. Deep breath in. And then draw your hands through heart center. Drop your chin down, just bowing down to yourself for taking the time to draw energy, draw breath, oxygen into your body, to warm up your muscles, warm up your mind, warm up your body, your entire soul. Thank yourself, thank your body, and thank your mind and your heart for being here today. Until we meet again, namaste.